9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another Richie.P YouTube video, and today we're going to be doing the top 10 strongest stacks on Conflict of Nations. First up, we're going to look at just all the same units. So basically, if you're going to have 10 motorized infantry all together, these are going to be the stats. This is also going to be just with level 1 as well. So with 10 of these, you're literally going to have hit points of 150. Attack versus infantry will be 30 if you times the infantry attack here by 10. Also, your armor attack will be 20. You'll have 3 defense versus fixed wing and 6 defense versus chopper. So not too bad for just motorized infantry in a stack. This is without any officer or any upgrades or anything like that. This is purely just level 1 motorized infantry. Moving on to mechanized infantry. Here you can see if you have 10 of these, you'll basically have 40 attack versus infantry, 50 attack versus armor. You will have 220 HP total, which is obviously more than the motorized infantry, and you've got better attack versus infantry and armor. Also, you can see here, fixed wing, you would have 13 defense versus fixed wing and 19 defense versus chopper. So yeah, you can see the difference between a stack of 10 mechanized infantry and a stack of 10 motorized infantry straight away. Moving on to naval infantry. Now, these don't really get used too much, but the stats are quite interesting, to be honest, especially because they do get bonuses as well. You can see here, 10 naval infantry, you'd have 60 attack versus inf, 30 attack versus armor, and then 5 versus fixed wing, 6 versus chopper. You'd have a total of 190 hit points. However, you can see here, if you're attacking in the cities, you get a 50% attack bonus. So that would then increase your attack versus infantry to 90 and your attack versus armor to 45, which is a really impressive stack, if I'm being honest, and is actually probably overall a little bit stronger than the mechanized infantry, apart from against maybe your aircraft. Obviously the mechanized infantry have got better aircraft than compared to the naval. Moving on to the armored units now. We've got Recon vehicle to start with, so 10 of these to start with. You'll literally have a 45 attack versus infantry and only 15 versus armor. You do get 10 defense versus fixed wing and 15 against chopper, and you'll have 170 hit points total if you have 10 of these in a stack. So not really that impressive really from a recon stack of 10, to be honest. This is, again, like I say, this is all just at level 1. Obviously this may change as you level them up, but for level 1, yeah, recon stack of 10 isn't actually as strong as some of the infantry stacks, to be honest. Moving on to the armor fighting vehicle. Now, these have got an attack versus infantry would be 70 and versus armor would be 50. So that's not a bad attack at all. You also have 10 defense versus fixed wing and against choppers. So yeah, another decent stack that would be. That's just for a full stack of 10 armor fighting vehicles. So that, yeah, is a really nice stack. Moving on, we go to the main battle tank. Now this one by far is the strongest for hit points. Yeah, like you can't beat anything apart from, no, it literally is just the main battle tank here for its hit points. You can see here, obviously one of them is 45, times that by 10, that's 450 hit points, which is just incredible, really. You'll also get 90 attack versus infantry and 80 attack versus armor. However, if you take off the buffs here, you have minus 25 attack in cities, so that would knock it down to 67.5 versus infantry and 60 versus armor, which again isn't too bad, but it is a bit of a hit to what potentially you could be fighting. Obviously, if you fight outside of a city, you won't lose that 25%, so you will get the full 90 attack versus inf and 80 versus armor. You don't get any air defense versus fixed wing, and you'd have 10 versus chopper. So yeah, overall at the minute, the main battle tank, if you had 10 of these together, they would probably be the strongest attack force. Moving on to tank destroyers. Now this is an interesting one. You'd have a 30 versus infantry, but 120 versus an armor stack, which is just ridiculous. You don't have any defense versus fixed wing or choppers, so if you just had 10 of these in a stack, if someone came at you with air units, you'd get absolutely massacred. So that's a downside to having tank destroyers. However, you also get 25% bonus attack in cities, so that would boost up your attack versus infantry to 37.5, and your attack versus armor to 150, which is absolutely crazy. So if someone had a stack of, say, main battle tanks in a city, definitely roll in with some tank destroyers, because you'd absolutely destroy the hell out of them, to be honest. They also get the 25% in, obviously, the city. They do get 50%, obviously, defense as well. So it would be an interesting battle if you had these tank destroyers fighting the main battle tank. Obviously, the main battle tank does have 450 hit points if you had 10 of them versus the 280. So there is a bit of hit point difference there. But again, city fighting, this could be pretty strong stack, unless obviously someone was very infantry focused. So yeah, you'll have to just see what the stack is first before rolling in with these tank destroyers. Moving on, we go to the Amphibious tank, which I've not really seen many people use, to be honest. These would start off with 70 attack versus infantry, 50 attack versus armor, 10 defense versus fixed wing, and 10 defense versus choppers. Do also get 250 hit points with 10 of these. No bonuses in city fighting, so that's what the stats would be. So not a bad little unit to have a stack of 10 of these. So yeah, not too shabby at all, this amphibious combat vehicle. So maybe in future games people should try and maybe use these. Obviously they can land wherever as well. They don't have to go into any of the harbours and whatnot. Obviously if you want to see more detail about this vehicle in one of my previous videos, I do go into a bit more detail with that. But yeah, not a bad vehicle at all. So that's it for part 1 of my video of the top 10 units in a stack, strongest units. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, tap the bell, select all notifications so you'll never miss another video. In part 2, I will be doing mixed stacks of 10, so it could be 5 infantry with 5 armor units, or 5 armor units, 2 infantry and some support units. I will be delving into a lot of different stacks, as I think there's quite a few different stacks that you can build of 10 that'll be really strong. So yeah, please comment down below if you've got any ideas on what you think would make a really good solid 10 stack, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye now.